really the purpose of this is just to give you an update. If you probably know Bill Baines and Raton Seacow, who will purchase the FIA building, S&B Development. Raton owns Comfort Inn on Telegraph there. It's been, quite some time since I sold the building. I called them, we stay in contact quite regular. A lot of the things there, the Easter drop, the golf carts, we kind of needed them to help keep those carts in the building for a while. I had an after-school program that they were nice enough. They're definitely good partners with the city of Taylor, but every time I talk to them, it's like going, what's going on? Yeah, my building. So Bill was kind enough to say, hey, listen, we're going forward, we got the plans, and he has showed me plans, and they're pretty exciting. And he goes, let me, out of respect of the council, why don't I come up and give everybody a little bit of an update of what's going on in the process. So it's no plans, officially, any plans, everything will have to go through planning, of course, and through Linda, Laura Fell, and but he says, why don't you give me a minute and I can kind of just talk about it. We do have handouts. I know that you guys have handouts, so we won't send out the handouts, but if you ever want to look at them, and give me a call. If you got any further discussions or I answer any questions for you today. With that, I'll turn it over to Bill.
Thank you, George. I appreciate it. First of all, I do want to thank you, all of you, for the trust, the FIA project. And believe me, from the day one, we have been very excited to make sure that we exceed the expectation that we have on their project. And if you drive by that building, you guys might be wondering, what the heck is going on? The building doesn't look any different than we bought it. But believe me, there's a lot of intellectual capital, a lot of real capital has been invested into the project in the last 18 months. And especially the project of that magnitude and the complexity, 12 to 18 months of development time is very usual. So, as I said, the building looked the same. So that's why I think it became more important that we want to come, and George was kind enough. On a very short notice, he let us come in, and thank you, all of you, for giving us a few minutes. And we want to make sure that we give you an update so that way you have a better appreciation where we are on this project. We had certain hiccups in any project, it happens. We had an architect that we hired, and that architect I knew for many years. We did a couple of projects together, but unfortunately he did not have the right skill set. So we had to let that person go and hired another, started the interview process. We hired another architect firm called Nova Design and Architect off of Chicago. And we are very pleased to work with them. They have just finished one of the project called, what's the name of the project? It's in Chicago. Outside Chicago, Roselle is the name of the town. And we like that. And this is exactly what we envisioned. So we hired the company, and going very well. So in any typical design process, design, build, test in a loop. So we went through several loops, and we thought, hey, we nailed it. From the architectural standpoint, from the building standpoint, I think we nailed it. And we took that design for validation to one of our operators in Toronto. They had several years of experience. They've been doing banquet and convention centers for the past 30 years. So okay, here's our design. And first thing that came, it's not going to work. So functionally, we had some flaws. So we took their input. We spent almost 2 days there in their workshop. So we took all their input from the design, from the operational standpoint, and we went back to the drawing board. And we spent almost 3 months, and now we are very pleased that we have a design that not only aesthetically, but also functionally very operational. So some of the highlights, if you remember back in October of 2015, when we brought a big 4x6 rendering, it has a 1 grand entrance. And now we have 3 because 1 won't work. So the challenge was, hey, we have a 3 main halls. How do we divide them? How do we make sure the people don't go in and out? If you are having a party and I'm having a party, I don't want to make sure the guests don't penetrate into each other.
If he's serving alcohol and I'm not, I'm gonna send everybody.
There you go. Or he's serving scotch.
Yeah, right.
So what we did is, we have a design, I brought up one set of drawing, I'm gonna leave with George, and feel free to stop by, or let George know. I will be very happy to sit with you guys anytime, convenient to you guys, and go over the design. And I think you will appreciate what we have done so far. And the high level, we are still looking, our bids are coming in right now. We are in a budgetary phase. The bids are coming at $12 to $50 million still, the number that we anticipated. And we are still expecting 120 jobs, full-time and part-time. We are working with a company called Ecorse, and if everything goes well, I think this will be the first building in Wayne County that will be energy green. So we are very, very excited about that. And we are also working to put a helicopter pad at the back. And it has already been inspected, and for drop off and pick up. We are working with one of the operator here, McMaster Helicopter, and they will be, most probably they will be our partner in the project. And looks very good. So, as I said, have a faith on us. Don't look at the building right now. And we are like this close. So on the timeline standpoint, we are in a, I would say about 6 to 8 weeks away from our final drawings. So once we have our final drawing, then we will sit with the building and planning to get their buy-in. By the way, we had one meeting with Laura and her team, like about 4 or 5 months ago, to get their input. So once we have our final drawings done, then we will sit with design and building and planning to make sure that it goes through smooth. And what I have seen so far, I think we're going to exceed her expectation. What we have developed. And by, I would say, mid-June, we should be able to pull the building permits. And then late summer, we will break the ground. And in our estimate, we are expecting December of 2018, we should open the door. We should finish and open. So that's very high level. Again, thank you for your time on a very short notice. Thank you, George, for organizing this. And as I said, it will be our pleasure to sit with you, any of you, on your convenience, and go over the drawing.
You got business cards that you can give out?
You can get a hold of me, I can give you the contact information.
Why don't you just send it to all of us?
Okay.
What I'm gonna do is, before I leave, I have in my card, I'll bring some business cards,
Okay.
and I'll pass that. And I did Brown, whatever I said, it's it right here, and feel free to, I think I saw you guys already have it.
Oh, okay.
So feel free to help yourself, and as I said, I'll leave my business card. Feel free to give me a call directly, or have George organize that.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks for the update, appreciate it.
Yeah, sure, you're welcome.
Just like to say, both of them, I know that this process has taken a long time, but they'll always spend any time that you need if you want any update on it. And just really been nice, supportive partners. I mean, between both of them, and Ratan did an after-school program for kids that were having learning challenges, and the teacher was struggling with feeding them. So he ended up donating $200 a month to feed those kids, and he actually re-upped for another year. And, the Easter drop, I reached out to him, could you do something, and they've really been good partners with the city of Taylor, so thanks, Bill.
Yeah, sure. And you know what, I just want to mention one thing. We did not make it up. What George said, when we formed this company and we came to Taylor, and if you see our presentation about 3 years ago, in early of 2015, it's under our vision and mission, and we have give back to the community that we work in, partner with a local community organization to improve the community by sharing resources, and we really mean it. So anything that we can help, we will be very pleased to do that. Yes.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you.